I do not encourage or condone the use of tobacco or cannabis products, and if you're under the age of 18, you can go ahead and get out of here right now.
Alrighty, so, it's kind of odd how people's perception of cigarettes varies worldwide, isn't it? I gotta admit, as a cigarette smoker from the United States, cigarettes are very much looked down upon. But it's not like that worldwide kind of thing. It seems to be very much a American concept of looking down on cigarettes kind of thing. Even in Europe kind of thing, cigarettes do not seem to be nearly as looked down upon as me speaking as an American kind of thing, never having been to Europe. So please clarify if I am wrong kind of thing. But in Europe and so many other countries, cigarettes don't seem to be nearly as demonized kind of thing. But in America, they certainly are. Today, I'm going to be smoking a little bit of a Marlboro Smooth cigarette, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about just that, because this is very, very interesting to me, I gotta be completely honest with you. But I think without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and open the pack up, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get one of the cigarettes out, you know what I'm saying, and go ahead and get it lit up, and go ahead and start talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, yes, sir. But yeah, as an American, it's very odd, I would have to say. It's very odd when I hear somebody say, yeah, all my friends smoke kind of thing. My parents smoke, my entire family smokes kind of thing. And while that does happen in America, don't get me wrong, that's not how it is where I live. Most people who smoke cigarettes, from what I know kind of thing, are pretty localized. That's just in my area, that's just the people I know kind of thing. I said it could be very different kind of thing. But in countries that are in other completely different parts of the world, it seems to be just so different. The perception of cigarettes is so different. Like, with Australia and New Zealand, it seems like cigarettes are way more demonized than they are in the United States. Because, I mean, like, they're raising the price of a cigarette pack kind of thing to, like, $50 kind of thing. Same with Canada. But the United States, it's just a lot of, like, I would have to say, hateful speech. The cigarette companies, they still have a lot of influence on the, well, politics and stuff like that. So there aren't really going to be any major price increases yet, at least. But in other countries and stuff like that, like, let's say, I'm trying to think of a country off the top of my head, but let's say, I don't know, like Italy or something like that, it does not seem like there is nearly the stigma against cigarettes as there is in America. And let's say with Sweden kind of thing, there's a stigma against snus in the United States. My family kind of has a stigma against dip and snus. That's just them kind of thing. No insulting to them. They just don't like it kind of thing. They don't have nearly as much of a stigma with cigarettes as they do with snus. And I almost dropped my cigarette there. But that's just how they are kind of thing. But in Sweden, it's the exact opposite. There's a stigma against cigarettes and not against snus. So it is very interesting how the perception of cigarettes and how the stigma of against cigarettes kind of thing varies wildly worldwide, and it seems to be very much of a, I would have to say, a national culture thing. In the United States, there was no stigma during the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s kind of thing, because Marlboro, Camel, Lucky Strike, those were all kind of, I would have to say, national icons. In my personal opinion, at least, you know what I'm saying? They were all kind of national icons, I would have to say. But in other countries, they weren't. They weren't. I'm like, and it's just weird how there was no stigma. There used to be no stigma in the United States, but now there is a stigma against smoking cigarettes, largely related to the health effects that cigarettes have on you, which, granted, is a very reasonable kind of thing. Cigarettes do kill you, obviously. But it's very interesting to me how different, I don't know, it's just weird for me to think, especially as somebody who has not traveled abroad very much, to think about how different cultures think about stuff very differently. And I think that's really what has caused me to really gain an interest in this sort of stuff, and it has made me want to create this video kind of thing, because I'll see comments from you guys, if you guys don't live in the United States or anything like that, talking kind of thing about how cigarettes are in your country kind of thing, and I just feel like from your comments kind of thing, from your comments, and thank you so much for leaving comments. Make sure to leave your comments down below about what your opinion is on this video kind of thing, and make sure to share your experiences, please do. But it's very interesting, and I really do appreciate you guys sharing your perspectives and your experiences from countries other than America, because it gives me I would have to say, a insight into how other countries work with the stigma against cigarettes, because it's so different in so many different countries. Like in, I want to say, Japan and China. I've never been to Japan or China, but from what I've heard, the stigma against cigarettes is not nearly as big as it is in a lot of Western countries, from what I've heard at least. I'm just speaking from what I found on Google, so I'm not citing my sources or anything on this, let me tell you that. So take my word with a grain of salt. Please do. But it's just, the stigma against cigarettes, it's very odd how it varies worldwide. Because from what I've heard, in China at least, and I don't know anybody from China kind of thing, so I'm just speaking from stuff on Google, smoking seems to be kind of a not national identity per se. I think it's still a minority of people that smoke, but it's definitely more of a national identity than it is in the United States, and is definitely not as looked down upon kind of thing. So it certainly is very interesting to me. I don't know. It's just really weird how the stigma against cigarettes varies so much worldwide, especially in this time when everything is so interconnected. I mean, like, we have the internet. I'm talking to you guys right now over the internet kind of thing, and everything is still so different in other places kind of thing. I read a book where they invented something that could instantly transport you to another area in the world instantly, and it was like 25 cents kind of thing. It was like a phone booth, and within 100 years there was no more like identity to any one group kind of thing. Everybody just had one identity. It was the world identity, because anybody could travel anywhere they wanted to anytime. So it really changed. It really changed so fast. And it's very interesting to see. Obviously, we don't have telephone booths that can transport you anywhere you want to go and at any time kind of thing, but still, I mean, like, from where I live, Europe is about 10 hours away. New Zealand is like 16 hours away, and everywhere else in the world is almost less than a day's flight kind of thing, maybe a day and a half flight kind of thing, which is still insane, especially compared to, like, I don't know, like 30 years ago. I don't know. It's just crazy how even in, I would have to say, this world that we live in, this globalized world kind of thing, where we can connect with each other instantly through the internet and that sort of stuff, that national identities do still peek through, especially with cigarettes, and especially with stigmatization of cigarettes. I find it a very interesting thing, especially because a lot of things are becoming, I would have to say, less identified with a particular group of people. It's very interesting to me. It's very interesting to me. But make sure to comment your guys' opinions in the comments down below. As I said, this is very interesting to me, but I don't really have too much else to say about it. It's very interesting to me. So make sure to leave your comments down below what your opinion is on this subject. And if you guys don't live in the United States, or if you guys do live in the United States, let me know how the stigmatization or the perception of cigarettes is in your country. I'm very interested to find out. And I think it would definitely be an interesting topic of discussion. I do try to read all of you guys' comments, so please let me know. I'm going to be trying to read all of them, of course. But yeah, I think I'm going to go and take a couple more hits, and I'm going to go into the video right there, you know what I'm saying? But man, this ciggy is gas right now. This ciggy is gas right now, you know what I'm saying? No complaints from me, you know what I'm saying? No complaints from me at all. But man, yeah. This is a pretty good ciggy. I gotta be completely honest with y'all. Really been enjoying the Marlboro Smooths. Really been enjoying the Marlboro Smooths. No complaints on my opinion. No opinion on my behalf. No complaints on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? No complaints on my behalf. Just enjoying the day. Just enjoying life. And I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. And I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I am personally, and I cannot complain. You know what I'm saying? I cannot complain. But man. Yeah, this cigarette, it's getting a little bit loose, as we can see there. There's some holes developing in the filter right there, as we can see. It's quite yellow. So I think I got 1 or 2 more hits left, and I'm going to go and end the video right there. So let's go ahead and take those, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, that was a harsh hit, but I agreed to 2 hits, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yeah, lots of filter on that last hit. Not enjoyable. Lots of filter on that hit. Not enjoyable at all. But thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I hope this video interested you guys, and I hope you guys found interest in this video, you know what I'm saying? And as said, make sure to comment down below how cigarettes are perceived in your country. I'm very curious to find out. But it is odd to me, you know what I'm saying? It is odd to me. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram and my book in the description down below, along with my merch, you know what I'm saying? Not wearing it today, but who knows? I might be wearing it in the next video. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Until the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?